Welcome back to LVCC. Today we're going to start our first video for the Subaru. And so since we last talked about it, I've been saving up for money. I finally got all the parts needed to put everything together. We're actually waiting on 2 more boxes of parts, but those should come in within the next couple days. But today we're going to be installing some new emergency brake cables. So with the swap that I'm doing, if you want to put disc brakes onto your SF Forester, if it has rear drum brakes, you're going to need to get not smaller cables, but shorter cables. The stock ones are just a little too long by either a couple centimeters or like an inch or something like that. So I was just told by a friend, hey, you're just gonna need to get the shorter cables. So we went out, got the cables. I just got some ones from Rock Auto. They're Rebestos. As you can see, they're super shiny, super brand new, and I can't wait to put them on. So let's get to it. So the first step you're gonna wanna take to access the emergency brake cables is that you're gonna have to pull apart your center console. As you can see, I already did that. It's basically a couple screws, some tabs here and there, and then everything's apart. As you know, the emergency brake cable, it won't work, so don't worry. Just make sure your car is on jack stands or whatever you're gonna do to keep it from rolling. But in here, there are 4 screws holding down this bracket, which underneath houses the cable lines right here. So we're just gonna pull these off and then take this off and access these cables. So what I did here was that I couldn't quite get to these grommets, which you're gonna need to get to. So I just took a razor, cut up my carpet. I don't care too much about it. I can just easily sew it back together or just put some Velcro straps on it to hold it shut. But for now, this is what I did, and that's how we're gonna get to them. So we just got the bolts taken off. Make sure to put those in a safe place so you don't lose them, because those are pretty important. So this comes off, and then this piece comes off right after it. And then all we gotta do is release these cables from the handbrake. So just to show you how to get these out, I already got the one side out. All you gotta do is tilt it up and then move the cable down, like bend it, and then it should pop right on the bottom. And then we have those right there, and you're good to go. All right, so we are now underneath the car. So as you can see, we were just up top. Those are where the grommets come through right there. Sorry, it's kind of focusing on there. But there are 3 brackets holding the cables in place. There's gonna be one right up here above the exhaust hanger. I just undid the hanger. I'm letting the exhaust hang down. And then I just use a little extension on my socket to get up there. I put the bolt back in just so I didn't lose it. There's another one following it down right there. So another bolt in, pretty easy to get them out. Then there's another one connected to the trailing arm bracket. It's right up here. I haven't taken those ones out yet. And then on the passenger side, there is, there's gonna be one right there, and then another one right down there, and then another one on the bracket for the trailing arm. So let's get to those. All right, so it's a new day, and today we're gonna tackle the parking brake once again. In the last video, we had some trouble with the trailing arm and getting the brackets off, but I went in there, took an angle grinder, got everything out. I filmed it just so I can show you guys how to take it off, the best way to attack it, and everything else you need to do to get it out. But we got it out, so now I can finally finish doing the parking brake. So hopefully with the rest of this video, we'll show you ripping out the old parking brake, putting the new ones in, how to take the grommets out, how to put the new ones back in, and also connecting it everywhere it needs to go. So let's get to it once again. So as you can see here, there are 2 grommets keeping these parking brakes in place inside the car, just to keep the water out. But to pull these out, all you need is a flathead screwdriver, and you just kind of get under there and it should just pop right out. We got one side and the other side and just pull them straight out. So they're completely free, but I also just realized we might need to go through the car, but I might be able to pull them out this way. Nope, we're gonna have to go through the car because I forgot about those brackets. So we'll just shove her down there. Ooh, she's fighting with me. I think it's hitting something down there, but it's out. So now we're gonna go under the car and pull them out. All right. So one thing, just be careful when you're pulling out the parking brake. It's getting caught on the gasoline hanger for the tank. But and it's out. All right, so we got our brand new e-brake cables. These ones are shorter than the ones that were on here. So when you're doing a drum brake swap to discs on any Subaru Forester that has drum brakes in the rear, you're gonna have to get GC8 brake lines, which are basically any Impreza brake lines should work from the same year as your Subaru Forester. And yeah, all we gotta do is put them back on. They should bolt right into place where the hangers are, so hopefully we don't have any problems. Let's get to it. All right, so we got both the cables through, and these cables are not side specific. All you gotta do is make sure you get the right sized ones. Now, all we gotta do is push them back into, oops, making sure I didn't mess that up. Just push them right back into place. So I thought I'd save you time from watching me struggle. I got this side in, and now we're gonna do this side. From getting the other side in, I found out it's easier if you put this end in first. All you gotta do is push it down in there, hold it down, and kind of push all around, getting it sunk into place. Actually for there, I just have some needle nose pliers. I'm using, see how it's not in there. All we gotta do is push it down until it gets hot. Oh, it's coming up. So we got both grommets in, cables in, installed. All we gotta do to install them is make sure your parking brake lever is down, pull the cable. This might be a little tough to do. There we go, and she's in safe. The parking brake, the tube came up a little bit, so all we gotta do is push it back down. And then when we get under the car to install all the brackets again, we can continue to pull it down a little bit more. So let's get this one on real quick. Parking brake cables installed, and just a warning, once you get one on, the next one is gonna be a little bit tough. So we pulled this out a little bit and we got it in, but it was really tough. So just be careful on that, don't hurt your fingers. We use some pliers just to pull the wires out to get it in a little more. And then all you gotta do is just push these back down as far as they can go, and then you should be good. All right, so that will conclude this video. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and just comment down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But it was pretty simple. All you gotta do is pull the rear cables out, get the new cables, make sure they're just a little bit shorter, and put the new ones in. It's basically just swap and go. But we didn't show putting the cables onto the trailing arm bracket, so you'll have to watch the trailing arm video for that once we get all those together. But thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time.